Hello, wherever you're watching from. My name is Nilola, and today we are talking about managing your emotions. So we are like there are situations, especially I'm in Nigeria now, and this is a period whereby a lot of people's emotions are on the high side. So I'm doing this video not just because of what is even happening right now in Nigeria, but I'm doing this video to help anyone there, because there will always be a point in life whereby you will be faced with severe challenges, with situations, with prayers that would want you to react. How do you manage your emotions in those periods? Let's now, since I mentioned the Nigeria election, if you're not in Nigeria and you're watching this, let me just give you a brief. So this period is the period of electing a new president in Nigeria, and we have different people with different preference, like their kind of candidate choice and all that. And this period, there has been a lot of cyber bullying, a lot of them. People bullying people directly, bullying people for their choice of candidates, people responding also to bullies in a very harsh way and others. So the importance of this video is to talk about how you can manage these emotions, and the disadvantage of you not managing your emotions, because at the end of the day you'll be the one to suffer. There are so many things that can be used against you, especially in the cyberspace later on in life. See, let's take an example of one of the Lagos states in Nigeria candidates for governorship. There were things he said at a point in 2020 that he said on Twitter. He tweeted on Twitter about the NSAS protest, and there were some comments he made. And even outside the NSAS protest, there were some other things he said late before then, that now is being used against him in the cyberspace. So that's one of the reasons why you need to, because some of these things you put out there can be used against you. I've heard stories about people who lose admission, who lose job offers because of some things they said on the space, that when they were running a background check on them, they saw it. So you need, so if not for anything, at least for the sake of yourself, you need to be careful about stuff you put out there. You need to be careful, and you won't have to be careful about things you put out there if you're able to put your emotions under control. I have friends that, using the situation of the Nigeria election, I have friends that are supporting a different candidate from mine, but they've come to understand that, oh, she is supporting this person for some reason, I'm supporting this person for some reason. Though despite our indifference, we can still be friends without being rude to each other. And I have friends that have even said a lot of things to me just because my choice of candidates is different from theirs. And I have friends who probably have just deleted my contact, blocked my contact just because of this and all that. It's very important, because you see, one thing about tomorrow, one thing about the future is the fact that you don't even know what will happen next. You don't know who can be in the position to help you. You don't know. That's also one of the reasons why you need to be very careful. You need to be able to manage your emotions, because the person that can help you, what if today you already did something bad to the person, you already said things that are not supposed to be said to the person, and then later on in life you are not you are now in a situation whereby maybe you need to ask the person for help, or the person needs to do some recommendations for you. It's going to be very, very challenging. It won't really, it's, even if the person is going to do it, it's not going to be that easy, either for both, for you or the person, because of what you have done before. We have people that might just overlook some of, like me personally, things people have done to me this period, I've overlooked them, but I also know them that this person, definitely this person is reacting this way, this is how this person is. So you need to be able to, so in order for you to manage your emotions, you need to be able to exercise self-control. There are certain things you see on the cyberspace that you would want to respond to because it doesn't align to you. You need to ask yourself, how does responding to this, what does it change? How does it affect you? How does it affect the other person? You need to, there are certain things you need to just look away from. That's the truth. And even if you're going to respond to some things, there are ways in which you respond to things without being insultive, without bullying the other person. And even if the other person said anything demeaning to you, the like on Twitter, you can always leave the conversation, so you don't have to see what, because we have a lot of bullies on that platform, so you don't have to see what the other person is saying to you. Or just like we have some social media space like Facebook, Instagram, that you can delete the comments instead of you responding, or because responding and trying to prove a point is not going to prove a point, it's just going to lead more to more bigger problems. Like I was reading something about bigotry this morning, and one striking thing, I think it's from your and from a post from United Nations. One striking thing there is, things like this is hate speech, bigotry, and all can lead to more serious crime. Sorry, more serious crime like murder. Honestly, so we need to be very very careful. We need to be very very careful out there. Even let's bring it to to your place of work, relationship, and all that. I remember during this election period, there were a lot of, we saw it online about a lot of relationship that got splitted. A friend of mine told me about someone he knows that the lady left the guy because of her choice of candidates, and I know somebody that she almost got into serious fight with the boyfriend because of this. And what I also told her that night is just stop responding to things for now that his emotion is on the high side. Just stop responding. So it's really very very careful for you to be able to, because people will push you to a sense whereby you don't want to look like a fool, but you need to be able to exercise self-control in order to be able to manage your emotions, so you don't do things that you eventually regret. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and put on your notification button so that when we upload videos you're going to see it. Thank you.